my nan and pop and my sister in Amy Plains. So I've lived there my whole life. You know, I was just always sporty, like, you know, always active and just, yeah, school focused, so.
Play any sports?
Yeah, I played heaps. Played soccer, I did a bit of cricket, some tennis lessons, golf, basketball, yeah.
Bit of an all-rounder.
Yeah, and then like martial arts as well, so yeah, I've done a few things.
That's awesome. Did you compete in martial arts?
Yeah, actually I did, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What belt are you? What'd you
I just got to purple belt, but yeah, I used to compete in like freestyle tournaments. So I made state twice. Didn't
Did
get.
you show us a punch?
Rose, I don't want to break your hand.
Oh! Yeah. Okay, so gone through school. Anything that you wanted to be once you finished school? Do you have any aspirations? Or?
As a kid, like I wanted to be a lawyer or a doctor, because my parents offered some cash for it, if you did. But towards the end, like, I was just hoping for the best. Towards the end of school, I was just like, yeah, I'll take whatever's there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, cool. What was it like growing up in the family unit as a Warburton?
Good. Like, I don't know, probably not much different to many other families. My mum and my stepdad used to work a lot, so like my grandparents used to take care of me. Yeah, just, you know, always fight with my sister over the TV remote. So yeah.
So it's just you, your sister?
Yeah, mainly just me and my sister.
Yep.
And my grandparents like lived on the other side of the house, but it was only like one door away.
Yeah.
So we sort of like, once we got, you know, like once I got into like year 4, year 5, other than cooking dinner, we sort of just became self-sufficient.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, cool. You seem pretty self-sufficient, mate.
Yeah.
I've seen you like just survive on your own and you're a man of skill.
Yeah, I don't think you see what my mum does these days, bro. She does a lot for me.
Oh, mate, God bless her heart.
Yeah.
As long as she's getting that trip to Paris.
That's it.
The COVID restrictions lift.
Mate, well, I'm praying for COVID.
Yeah.
So I don't have the money for that.
Oh, he's still going to get you that trip.
Yeah, one day.
He still owes you.
One day.
Penthouse suite as well. When did you decide enough was enough? Like when was it kind of like you've bit off more than you can chew?
Well, I had some pretty bad interactions with some people. You know, I had a couple of bad things happen to me, and then it was involving money. And then towards the end of my life in addiction, I stuffed up and owed some people some money that I took. Because you know, I was trying to live a life of just taking drugs, and I couldn't afford my habit anymore because I built up a pretty big one. So yeah, then they sacked me from working, like obviously like doing illegal things, and you know, I'd spent a fair bit of time just sleeping in my car. Then I had no money and I was sleeping in my car again. Didn't really have much drugs, didn't know how I was gonna get on the next day. And I was just like, I went to Catholic schools growing up, and you know, I went sitting in the back of my car, bro, just, you know, I don't even know, I think I was just laying there crying, bro. Just going, you know, like, this isn't where I want my life to be, you know, I didn't want to be sleeping in the pub car park in the back of my car. And like, I didn't have a very big car, bro, so I was not too comfortable. And, you know, I just said, look, like, God, if you're real, like, I need help. And the next day I went to my family, you know, like, and I thought this was a bit of a Hail Mary ball, you know. My parents helped me out a couple of times, you know, tried to get me clean and it didn't work out. And I was like, you know, my mum said, like, we love you, but we don't love your choices. And I was like, well, you know, like, let's see how this goes. I'll try and get them to save me again.
Yeah.
So I went to my mum and my dad and I was like, look, stuffed up again. You know, like they like listened to me, which was a big step. I didn't think they were gonna let me inside the house, but they let me in and we had a chat. And I was like, look, I need help. I'm willing to do what I need to do. I know that's gonna mean going to rehab. Wherever you want me to go, I'll go, no question.
And so tell us about rehab, what was that like?
It was a good experience, like, in all honesty. Like, you probably shouldn't have to have a drug addiction to have a good experience like that, but for all the crap that I'd gone through, to then, you know, go to a rehab where there's 40 boys including myself and just all these people that just want to get their life on track. And, there's all these workers there that are encouraging me, and like, I never encouraged myself or anyone else for a very long time, Like, it was just all like threats and using that to get people to do things. So for me to be encouraged, told like, well, you're doing a good job, you know what I mean? Like, and to encourage other people, to try and lift them up instead of, like treat them like crap so that they do what you want. It was a big difference, and it really changed how I saw life and how life's supposed to be. So that was a big changer for me. And like, as my caseworker, we know that like encouraging others and not speaking aggressively was like a big thing for my recovery, a big challenge for me. So yeah, that was like probably one of the best things about rehab, I reckon, and just spending time with the boys. My attitude, like I used to have like the worst attitude. Like you seen when I came in, like no one could tell me nothing, and like I was just angry. Like I was just angry all the time. Just had so much anger, like just because I thought that's how I had to be, just so that people wouldn't try and get one up on me. So I was just always angry, and just letting go of that anger and just, being honest with people, because I was always quite deceitful, and just changing that, just being honest with the boys and just getting real with them, and just telling them how it is instead of like trying to sugarcoat things. That's been a big change to me, just my honesty and my attitude. Like, if you ask people that know me now that didn't know me before, like they'll tell you like they haven't seen me, like they can't name a time, they've seen me get angry. Like I don't get that, like, because anger used to just weigh me down, So now I just try it, like I don't even have to try, like I'm just happy like all the time now, because like my life's just so much better. But like before, like I could go from happy being 1 second and then to like threatening you the next, So like, and even with my family, like I used to, just my tone of voice and how I'd speak to them, and like just the words I use is completely different now.
To go on down that path, what would you say to him?
Bro, I don't even think you could tell him anything anyway, back then especially. But if I could tell him anything, it'd be like, at the start, like what you see is like a facade. You don't see down the track. If you could see down the track and you could see how life turns out for most people, it's not too good, and it probably won't be too good for you either, So just giving him the hindsight to see, like the foresight, that what you think life's going to turn out to be, making these choices, isn't exactly what's going to happen, and you're going to end up spending 12 months in rehab trying to get your life sorted out, So yeah.
No, that's...
I'm going to start uni in 3 weeks. So yeah, I start a uni course on the 1st of March. I'm moving on campus. So yeah, just uni. Just getting myself a job, like a real job, that I actually want to do.
What's that?
Paramedicine. So I'll be a paramedic, like an ambo driver. So yeah, I'm really excited for that.
So you're actually you're going to go from being on the receiving end of what used to be, from paramedics to actually doing the...
Yeah, that's right.
Being the help.
Yeah, I'll be the one helping, not the one receiving receiving the help this time. So
I love it.
Yeah, it'll be good.
I love it. Why a paramedic?
Like I want to help people. I've always liked helping people, and then like the fast pace and the high adrenaline, like sort of what I've always liked as well. Like going into the game, I think that was what drew me in a bit as well. So I've got 2 things I like: helping people, high intensity situations. Like I think I handle myself well in.
You love the pressure of
like
high adrenaline.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's a good calling for me.
And thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
It's all good, bro. All the best.
Thank you.
In your future endeavours. And yeah, it's Nate Warburton.
Thanks, guys.
Bettermen, sharing your story.